Call Loyal, Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shah, Ba'ashem Rakakodash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone. It's Yaquab, son of Sears. And you already know, if you know, some scriptures, looking at this article, the book of Revelation, chapter 13, verse 16. And he calls it all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads, and that no man might buy or sell, save he that had the mark or the name of the beast or the number of his name. Here is wisdom. Let him that hath understanding count the number of the beast, for it is the number of a man, and his number is 666. It's April 10th, 2021, and we see that this man has partnered with a company to make microchips for the military. It's a beautiful time to be alive. It's a great time to see the technology that America is coming up with. This made me think of another scripture where their snares shall fall upon them. But the article says at c4isrnet.com and plenty other reliable, what this world calls reliable news sources. I will be an unreliable news source to the world. And so would anything that the elders and apostles of GMS would say. The world would consider that unreliable. But as we all see, whether we like it or not, whether we notice it or not, the Pentagon's top research arm and Silicon Valley giant Intel will work together to increase domestic production of secure microchips used widely in defense systems. The partnership announced Thursday by the Defense Advanced Research Projects Agency addresses concerns about the long-term consequences of the country's lack of microchip production. The U.S. relies largely on Taiwan for manufacturing, prompting fears that China may tamper with chips for weapons and other critical defense platforms. And this article was dated March 19th, 2021. And ironically, within the past week or so of the month of May, it's been big tensions with China and Taiwan and these little islands over wherever they at over there. I don't 100% remember, but I see this might be the reason why. This might be the motivation. So the announcement dovetails with a global semiconductor chip shortage that led the Biden administration to commitment of $37 billion to speed production in the U.S. DARPA will pay an undisclosed sum to Intel to help boost production, and the total cost will be tens of millions for the program titled Structured Array Hardware for Automatically Realized Applications, or SAHARA, an agency spokesperson said. So I'm not going to read the rest of the article because it really doesn't matter. Their plan's not going to work. But if you want to see what their what your opponent is planning, makes me think of the game Tecmo Bowl. You picked the right play. Tecmo Bowl, you picked the right play that they about to pick, shuts down the whole play. You picked the wrong play. They got Bo Jackson or Jerry Rice and any of the right team members. You can't stop them. Or if they got Lawrence Taylor, it don't matter what play you pick. LT coming to get you. So on the South China Morning Post, another article, it says Pentagon team reveals COVID-19 detecting chip that can be implanted in the body. DARPA, a U.S. military research lab, has developed a chip that can continuously test people's blood for the new coronavirus. The invention is in late stage testing and could be administered to sailors, researchers say. So late stage testing, the first bullet, it says DARPA, a U.S. military research lab, has developed a chip that can continuously test people's blood for the new coronavirus. So when you read that, you think that they just developed it. But when you read the next bullet, it says the invention is in its late stage testing. So when the first bullet says the lab has developed a chip, that thing been there. That can continuously test people's blood, that thing been there. Listen. So they've been had these chips out. They've had them out. Who knows for how long? Who cares? It's not gonna work. Why? Chapters in the book of Revelation, we see how it ends. It tells us how it's all gonna end throughout the enemies. The first family line, Psalms 83, the Edomites, down with great wrath because they know they have but a short time. So, scene, I started verse. For all nations have drunk of the wine of wrath, and the kings of the earth have committed form, and the merchants of the earth are rich of her delicacies. Who is this her? Who is this Babylon? Who is this great mother of harlots and abominations of the earth? That it was spoken of in chapter 17 of Revelation, verse 5. Who is her of the earth are wax rich through those? It's talking about America. And I heard another voice from heaven. This is verse 4 of Revelation 18 and 4, saying, come out of her, my people. Not everybody. Only the hopeful elect. Only the 1/3. Yeah, the 12 tribes. And I heard another voice from heaven saying, come out of her, my people. Revelation 18 and 4. That ye may, that Salakia, that ye be not partakers of her sins. That ye receive plagues. Receive her plagues or be partakers of it is to spiritually come America. Is to spiritually sober up. If you watch the I wish I knew your name. I wish I knew your name, brother. You've been teaching me for almost a year now. I believe y'all Mississippi um on your post that you made about a week ago, I would say, you mentioned something on Amazon Prime called Them. That show, that series, I didn't know by the time episode 7 and 8, 9 and 10. But that series is a must watch. Must watch. It'll sober you up if you've been learning the truth. Lord willing Lord willing it'll sober you up. And if you knew, and if you know nothing about these scriptures, and if you knew Watch that series and learn how to sober up. That will show you how to sober up. Shake those apparitions, whether you see them or not, whether you only hear them. Shake them. Shake those left-hand angels. So, Salakia, going on subject. Got a precept. I haven't read Revelation 16 in a while. Second Esdras, chapter 16, verse 17. Salakia. I'm going to start at 14. Second Esdras, chapter 16, verse 14. Behold, the plagues are sent and shall not return again until they come upon the earth. The fire is kindled and shall not be put out till it consume the foundation of the earth. Like as an arrow which is shot of a mighty archer returneth not backward, even so the plagues that shall be sent upon earth shall not return again. Woe is me, woe is me, who will deliver me in those days? The beginning of sorrows and great mournings, the beginning of famine and great death, the beginning of wars, plural, wars, and the powers shall stand in fear. The beginning of evils, what shall I do when these evils shall come? Behold, famine and plague, tribulation and anguish are sent as scourges for a moment. But for all these things they shall not turn from their wickedness, nor be always mindful of the scourges. Behold, victuals shall be so good cheap upon earth that they shall think themselves to be in good case. Shall evils grow upon earth, sword and great confusion, for that dwellers of famine, and the sword destroy, and the dead shall be kept, and there shall be no man to comfort them, for the earth is. And the famine will hit. Once the famine hit, and once the call for action to avert famine in 2021 world, you can't make this stuff up. English appeal on world and 13 other countries about agriculture, food and the 1 in 4 faced food insecurity in America's year of hunger. You can't make this stuff up. Once the famine hits, because of what's been happening, I ain't talking about no chicken problem. It's bigger than that. I'm not talking about no gasoline problem for you to be able to go get you your chicken. It's bigger than that. Once the famine hits, once all of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai's plagues are on level 1 at the same time, because they aren't all at level 1 at the same time. Once they're all at level 1 at the same time around the whole world, you be in a position to where yourself, or you're gonna trust no. Now, when I say you trust yourself to, okay, I'm gonna trust myself to, I'm gonna believe it. I'm gonna trust my choice to go with my family. I'm gonna trust my choice to believe in Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai. I'm gonna trust my choice to take this stab and jab, this AK-47 from the doctor shot. You're gonna trust yourself, or you're gonna trust no one, not even yourself. You're gonna be scared to death and not know what to think. The scripture calls it men's hearts failing from fear. Men's hearts failing for fear. You have no idea what's coming. You have no idea what's coming because you're too drunk. You're too drunk. And I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to my nation. I'm talking to my nation. You know what's coming because you're hearing about it now. You've heard about it before, and you'll hear about it again. If you haven't heard about it before, you're hearing it now. And if you're hearing it now, you'll hear it again. Luke 21:26. Salakia. Well, nah, I started 26. If I started 25, I'm going to start testifying. So, the book of Luke, chapter 21, verse 26. Men's hearts failing them for fear and for looking after those things which are coming on the earth, for the powers of the heaven shall be shaken. So, I gotta go back. Luke 21. 22. For these be the days of vengeance. Whose vengeance? Your mother's? Your mother's vengeance for the way your daddy did her wrong? No. The vengeance of Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai, because don't nobody want to do what he say. So he want to slap somebody. Cause he ain't no punk like people think people taught me he was all my life. But God love everybody. God will forgive you. You make God mad, but you don't make him that mad enough to where he ain't gonna give you a hug and get you what you want when you want it. I don't know that power. That power doesn't exist. Your mama don't even do that. So the vengeance that you gonna get, your mama gonna get, your child gonna get, and that new person you in love with so much gonna get. Luke 21:22. For these be the days of vengeance, that all things which are written may be fulfilled. That means your ass is in trouble. Because we got a day coming that's worse than any day that's ever been on the history of the planet. Verse 23, but woe, that woe means death and destruction, but woe unto them that are with child, and to them that give suck in those days. For there shall be great distress in the land, and wrath upon this people. Upon which people? The 12 tribes. But Wait a minute. And they shall fall by the edge of the sword. What sword? Nobody walks around with a sword anymore. It could be the medical sword, stab and jab. It could be the pharmaceutical swallow this sword and let it just cut up your insides until you just shuts down organs and livers and stuff and then you die. It could be the hot little rocky sword that just goes pop, boom, and bang, and it just smacks into stuff. Shoot, they got. Oh my gosh, man. They got so many swords. You might as well say they got swords that glow in the dark and shoot out laser beams and glitter. They got 1,000,001 ways to kill you. They could do it through the water. They could just cut water off. Now sword is a water. Now food is a water. All the different swords that they can use to just slit your throat. Your mama throat, your baby throat, your baby's baby throat. They don't give a what? It's war. And the war started before our ancestors got off that slave ship. Don't you ever forget it. The war is not over. The war is still on. Your ass just ain't fighting. So you know what? You just dying a slow death as a hostage. Verse 24, Luke 21:24, and they shall fall by the edge of the sword, and shall be led away captive into all nations. And Jerusalem shall be trodden down of the Gentiles until the time of the Gentiles be fulfilled. Well, prophecy always wins, don't it? We've been led away into all nations. Our homeland is being stepped on by the Gentiles, but their time is almost fulfilled. And there should be signs in the sun and in the moon and in the stars, and upon the earth the stress of nations, perplexity, the sea and waves roaring. I saw one guaranteed because it was in China the same day I saw it, and hours later I saw it in Baltimore. It was two suns in the sky. Matter of fact, I seen it twice because the second time I saw it, I showed my boss out in front of the job. I called her quick, told her to come outside. I said, remember the thing I told you I saw? Come outside right now. And then she stamped it. So that's two times. And then I don't want to say it, but I think I saw two suns in the sky 2 days ago. I recorded it, and I just don't want to post it. I didn't want to post any of them. I don't like posting stuff. Every time I post a video, I take it down. For one, I never should have put it up in the first place. I was under the wrong teachings and in the wrong spirit. But I'm going to get used to this out around, Lord willing, I'm going to get used to this. But one thing I'm not going to get used to is this God world. I was going to get specific, but I'm not. I'm not going to get used to this world. I'm sick of this world. I hate this world. This world needs to burn and die. I don't care if I'm in it. It needs to end now. Call on Yah Ba'Shem Yah Shah Ba'Shem Rakakutas.